So we're good to go now. The 2-year-olds are field of 5 here for the first of the day. Stand by. Storm Boy drawn the fence. Late drift. Ready to go. And they're racing. War Council jumped a lot better today, but Storm Boy give it a dig in the ribs, and the favourite's going to lead for fun. Storm Boy by 2 lengths on War Council has really been pushed along to try and hold down second spot. Canara goes to third. On the outside there of Venero, and settling last of all is Traffic Warden, about 4 lengths off the lead. So it's Storm Boy setting his own tempo on the lead by a half length on War Council. Then Venero and the inside of Canara, 1 out, 1 back, and 2 lengths to the debutant Traffic Warden. Inside the 600 metres, and Storm Boy is coasting along in the lead, probably extending it now to 2 lengths on Venero. On the outside, War Council under plenty of pressure. Canara gets to the outside. Traffic Warden's got chasing to do, but doing a good job of that going up the inside. 300 to go, and Storm Boy 2 lengths clear. In a bound, Traffic Warden got to second and put a gap on the rest of the field, but Storm Boy is well clear from Traffic Warden, and the first favourite, Storm Boy, gliding down the straight like a pelican. And what a great prep run for the Magic Million. Storm Boy won it in a cakewalk from Traffic Warden. Third position, Canara. Then came War Council, and Venero was last in.
Number 2, Storm Boy, favourite, too good here in the opener. Gay Waterhouse, Adrian Bott and Tim Clark doing the steering. Corey liked him out of the yard. He lived up to his looks and he lived up to his recent trials. He's been too good here in the first. Traffic Warden ran on nicely after settling at the tail of the field. Back in third spot, a distant third, was Canara, and back in fourth spot, War Council, who showed a lot more speed today at his second outing. But Brad, all honours with the favourite. It was quite a comfortable watch for the favourite backers.
Wasn't it, Shanny? Yeah, he's won all 3 barrier trials now, hasn't he? That was soft as you like. He just coasted out in front and he was always in control, and he gave a kick and had gears still up the sleeve. So he's a nice strong bull of a 2-year-old, and obviously once he got into a nice rhythm, it was pretty much race over, and huge gaps back through the field. Traffic Warden tries he might, couldn't reel in the winner, but he's run well, and you'd think that's a pretty handy form reference going forward, given there were huge gaps back through the field, even though it was only a small field at that. Canara, she just lost touch in the middle stages, still learning her craft, and convinced there is some talent there, but maybe it'll be next campaign for her, and War Council stuck on okay after finding himself outside the lead. But yet another handy 2-year-old for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy watch from the 600 home, but it got a little bit tactical the first half of the race, where we had Tyler Schiller getting forced to go forward early by Kieran McAvoy, so it became quite tactical, but once he got total control from the 600 through, it looked an easy win, so he's got plenty of upside, this horse.
He does indeed, Adrian. You were really happy with him coming into this. Were you happy throughout the run? You must have been.
Yeah, look, you know, he was able to get to the front there relatively easy, and, you know, looked in cruise control from there. Is always nice and settled. He found a nice rhythm, travelling at a good speed, but he looked comfortable in doing it, and that's what's, I think, going to separate him at the moment. He's got that good sustained speed, and he's able to quicken nicely off that, as we saw. So, you know, for his first effort, first time out at the races today, I thought it was very encouraging.
I know there's a plan to take him up to the Magic Millions. Do you go straight there, or do you give him a run in between? What do you do?
Yeah, look, I think we'll look to give him one more run, you know, potentially there at the end of the month. I think that'll set him up nicely. Just, you know, he probably needs that conditioning there for it, and then I think that'll set up nicely for the autumn, and, you know, that's where you're really going to see a very serious horse come the autumn time.
I know you've got a lot of horses, you always have a lot of 2-year-old racing, but do you ever feel the pressure with these short price favourites coming here on debut and doing what they're expecting, what the punters are expecting them to do?
Yeah, look, no doubt there's that element to it. You know, won't get carried away, you know, with any sort of trial performance until we see it here on race day. So, yeah, it's sort of a little bit difficult to get too excited pre-race until we've seen it. But I think off the back of that, you know, we can certainly take a lot of confidence that, you know, he's proven, you know, what he's showing us at home in his trials, and that there's certainly plenty of upside to match what we've seen.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Let's head to Darren Flindale. This is race number 2, the midway on the program here this afternoon.
It was about the last to go forward. So Seba's placed away, and I think they're all loaded. This concealed start at Rosehill, and they're off and racing now. And one of the best into stride was Celestial Fury under a vigorous ride with the intent to lead. The Guru quickly rushed up on the outside of it. Extra Revs goes forward, and Let Me Rain's cast pretty deep in the early part. Meantime, Phyllisberg in the yellow cap's gone right down to the rails to get a good position. A length or so in front of Grenoble is racing in the red cap. The Carpet Bag is going to settle three back the fence. A gap back in the field to California Grass, who parks on the outside of Apache Bell, and a Seba is the last one. So Celestial Fury leads, and eventually the race favourite Let Me Rain strides up on the outside, and the pair go head and head, thundering down the back straight. Extra Revs gets a great spot in third, followed then by Grenoble in the yellow cap. There is Phillipsburg improving on the rails. They're followed after 2 lengths to the Guru on the outside of the Carpet Bag. Then came Phillipsburg, Apache Bell, California Grass, and 2 lengths away to a Seba. They go to the 1,000 metre mark now, and the 2 expected leaders are there. Celestial Fury on the inside of Let Me Rain, a neck between the pair. Followed then in the third position by Phillipsburg, given every chance at the moment on the inside of Extra Revs. They're followed by the Carpet Bagger on the inside of the Guru. A gap back to Grenoble on the outside of Apache Bell. California Grass standing them a big start on the outside of a Seba. So they've got 600 metres to run now, and they're really up the ante up front. It's Celestial Fury placed under plenty of pressure. Let Me Rain joined it on the outside. Phillipsburg's had a good run, peeling 3 wide. Extra Revs on the outside. Might have blown a head gasket here, and getting past it is the Carpet Bagger. 300 metres to run. Celestial Fury, Let Me Rain, and Phillipsburg chiming in, and the Carpet Bagger's running on well. Getting to the front, Phillipsburg from the Carpet Bagger the outside. Phillipsburg a half length on the Carpet Bagger. Phillipsburg is hanging on inside the 50. Phillipsburg running out on the Carpet Bagger. Apache Bell late, but Phillipsburg had the gun run, and Phillipsburg beat the Carpet Bagger. I think third Apache Bell just in front of California Grass, thundering home at the end. They'll followed in by Celestial Fury. Further back to Grenoble, Let Me Rain getting pretty tired. They're followed then by Extra Revs, who dropped off again today, and the Guru was one of the last to finish.
11 Phillipsburg puts his 7th career win on the board this afternoon. Dylan Gibbons, James Ponsonby, the trainer. Tom Sherry was the jockey this afternoon. He defeats 13, the Carpet Bagger for Louise Day and Joe Ibel. Back in third spot was the 6, Apache Bell, always consistent, and 8, California Grass winds up in 4th spot. 11, 13, 6 and 8.
Yeah, and doesn't James Ponsonby do a fantastic job with horses with this profile? This is bread and butter, isn't it? 2,000 metres, midway, sting out of the ground, and Phillipsburg. They're conditions that he loves, and he was met with good support, and he was strong right to the line. You thought once the Carpet Bagger got his back, was potentially going to run past him. He stuck on quite well, and you got the 2 staying types. Apache Bell just ran out of time. Back to 2,000 metres was against, but she's going really well. And California Grass gave away race experience here. She's only had a handful of starts, but she looks a nice prospect going forward. And if she finds a race over 2,400 metres the next time we see her at the races, she might be mighty hard to beat. But an interesting race in that they went hard enough in the early stages, then backed off, turned into a dash home, and Phillipsburg was in the right spot to pounce.
Yeah, how often do we see these races? There's no pressure on paper, but when they get out there, all the boys and girls think that there's no pressure, so they apply a lot. So it set it up really, really well for Tom Sherry. He's a great rider, putting him in all the right positions, just very, very good at getting him to the line. Well done, mate.
Numbers here, 11, 13, 6 and 8 on race number 2. We're heading straight to Doomben.
Been pretty well backed. He's drawn wide out. All eyes on him at the start. The lights on. We're good to go now. Race 3. Set. And they're off and racing. Majorati from gate 4 was the first into stride and is going to lead rather comfortably. Showing pretty good muster is Socrates coming across from wide out. Now, man behind the money's about midfield and wide early as Majorati leads. Socrates got to second and they're followed by Oakfield Waratah in the green going to third and the favourite fourth, the Rails Toes on the nose. Then came Unanimous, who's driving into a forward roll. Might be caught a fraction deep though. Then came State of America getting the head up. Man behind the money in a tricky spot out wide. Looks as though Stanley's going to go forward. Olympic Gaze is second last, and back last of all is Colour Sergeant. So Majorati leads the way from Socrates, and Unanimous is planted 3 wide going down the back. So he's in a tricky spot here. Looks as though Bayliss is going to press on down Unanimous and sit outside Majorati. Socrates dropped back a length. It'll take the trailer. Then Oakfield Waratah from Toes in the nose, fifth the fence. Now man behind the money's planted 3 wide the trip. On the outside is State of America, Olympic Gaze, and Colour Sergeant sees them all. Down the side, and Majorati shows the way by a half length on the Kembla winner from last weekend, Unanimous, who's now a neck away. A length and a half to Socrates, 2 after the favourite Toes on the nose from Oakfield Waratah, Olympic Gaze, man behind the money under immense pressure. To be a big job to win from there as they turn. Majorati in front from Unanimous, then Socrates, the favourite Toes on the nose and the black jacket is really starting to build up the revs now, looking for a gap between the Majorati. Here comes Toes on the nose, slicing through. Quickly, Nash takes it to the front. Colour Sergeant's tracking it through with a good run. Toes on the nose races 2 lengths clear. Colour Sergeant goes to second. Great battle for third. Toes on the nose goes back to back, beating Colour Sergeant. State of America came from well back to run third. Unanimous fourth, just. Then came Socrates from Majorati. Further back then to Olympic Gaze, Oakfield Waratah. And back with it was man behind the money who did it really tough today.
Congratulations, Sarge. Another perfect ride from Nash, and he was good over the trip.
Yeah, he's probably been the turning point with the horse. When he got the ride at Newcastle, he said to me, I'm going to ride this horse a bit colder. I said, I don't know if that's the way to ride it, but he seems to know more than the trainer, and he did it again today, just sort of held him up and came with him late, and it seems to be suiting him.
Do you keep pushing on with him now?
Yeah, I'll have a look and see if there's another race, seeing his in form and going through the grades, or I'll speak to obviously the syndicate, James Moss, Tricolours, and see what they want to do.
Been a nice couple of days for the stable.
It has, thank you.
Well done.
Congratulations, Nas. Set up yet well again today.
Yeah, I look, he's a horse in really good form and seems to be really appreciating the sting out of the ground. And look, he a little bit further today, travelled better and sort of made the favourite work a bit in the run. And very confident he'd be strong to the finish, and he sort of didn't let us down. It was good.
Great race to win. The Vale Ray Markey handicap.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey. I mean, Ray's someone who I'm sure as a kid you would have known. So he's been around the track ever since I moved to Sydney, and since you had your first stage riding. So he's a fellow we all know very well, and great family, great racing family, and he'll be sadly missed.
See you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
For the running of the 4 favourite, winning the previous Toes on the nose. The light is on. We're ready to go. Nash on the favourite here. Ready. And they're racing. A great start out of the line. Oh, perfect start there for the country race of the day. The Lions Gate is up there in a forward roll. Rockin' Edition right up against the inside, drives underneath it, followed by King Rupert and Wilbury's pushing forward. Ida's Rules pushes forward. Gallant Star camps behind them. You're on Mute taking a rails run on the inside of All About Roy and Ria Tiros out very deep. Further back to Ulysses Blue. Then came East Harlem is off the track. Back on the inside is Orient Secret and Life's a Party. It's outside. And a clear last is Talons racing around the corner now. And up on the inside, a narrow leader as they straighten up is Rockin' Edition on the inside of the Lions Gate. Wilbury being stoked up in third, sticking on as Nash takes the Lions Gate to a narrow lead. Wilbury's breathing down its neck on the outside. The Lions Gate and Wilbury stride for stride inside the 150. Wilbury driving at the Lions Gate. It's the travelling Wilbury. Wilbury getting to the front, storming home King Rupert. Gallant Star late. Wilbury wanted a long neck. Gallant Star flew at the end to run second, and between them King Rupert third. Then the Lions Gate and You're on Mute closing off. Followed further back by Orient Secret not too far away from Ulysses Blue. Then came Rockin' Edition from Talons, All About Roy, Ida's Rules. Further back to East Harlem and Life's a Party. He's well travelled, Wilbury.
Congratulations, Brett. He was looking for 3 on the trot. You've brought him down to Sydney. He's been able to do it.
Yeah, look, it was a really good run. I've got to take my hat off to Clayton. It was a 10 out of 10 ride. Look, this horse is, he's a really hard horse to ride. He's hard to maintain the first half of the race. And look, Clayton he doesn't come down and ride many highways, but when I asked him to come down and ride this one, he said, yeah, I'll definitely go and ride this one, so he must have knew.
What now? Where do you find another race? What's on the cards?
Yeah, look, there's a Class 3 1200 in about a month's time. Probably come back down here for that.
Were you watching Gallant Star flashing late too? It would have been hard to keep an eye on both of your runners.
Yeah, look, I honestly thought he was the better chance of them, to be honest, but look, it's a good result, first and second.
Yeah, you can't complain about that. It's made the trip worthwhile, and hopefully Simply Extravagant can do it again later. Well done.
That'd make it better, yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations, mate. First Saturday winner.
Yeah, no, certainly a nice feeling coming down the Sydney way. It's not like Brisbane, so it's really good.
You always confident in the run?
Look, he travelled very comfortable within. It's just a matter of trying to get him to relax. He's such a fierce-going horse, but I think the knack to him is just let him do his own thing the first 600, and he'll do the rest late too.
He doesn't have a big turn of foot, but he sticks on well.
Yeah, look, he's just a big grinder. It's a shame he's so fierce. You'd like to step him up over further distance, but getting his racing mind on the job is the first part of it, and he's certainly ticking it off.
Well done, congratulations.
Thanks.
She's shooting for 3 in a row. The light is on and we're good to go. Ready to run. Racing now. She jumped really well, Shadows of Love from the wide gate. Bounded out about a half in front to look only. And Chase My Crown is showing very good muster, kicking through, so the favourites caught wide early. Then came across the Rubicon, who's pushing through on the inside of Molly Nails. A gap further back to Spirit Queen, settling third last from Lek Vart. And last of all is Hide Your Heart. So Look Only shows the way. Clark had no option but to press on Shadows of Love, but he burned a bit of gas to get the favourite there. Chase My Crown lands a good spot on the outside across the Rubicon, 2 off to Molly Nails. They're followed further back by Spirit Queen on the inside of Lek Vart, and Hide Your Heart is still back last of all. So Look Only in front by a long neck to Shadows of Love. The mare shooting for 3 in a row today. Cross the Rubicon, leaders back. Then Chase My Crown. Molly Nails being revved up as they come around the corner. And Look Only swings in front narrowly from Shadows of Love. Cross the Rubicon's badly boxed up on the inside. Molly Nails is running on with Chase My Crown, and further back to Lek Vart. Shadows of Love takes the lead of the 250. She's worked in the run, and here they come. Lek Vart in particular particular on the outside, and Lekvart moved up now to take the lead from Shadows of Love. Lekvart ahead in front, a half in front, drawing away, and Lekvart beat Shadows of Love. We've crossed the Rubicon, not getting much room when required, running third. Then Molly Nails, Hide Your Heart finding the line, then Chase My Crown with a checkered passage, and they gap the other two, Look Only and Spirit Queen.
Congratulations, Orla. We spoke pre-race and you were really confident with her coming here second up, and she's put pay to them again.
Yeah, no, most definitely. No, she ran really well. I mean, we honestly are really confident in her this prep, and I just wanted to see her run well today. She's one of my favourite horses. So.
How has she just come back a different horse? Has she grown, matured? What is it about her?
Yeah, so she actually had surgery in her knees. She came back and she had a really good prep. Then she just drifted off. Whatever happened, I don't know. Like I said, we put her scratch through that prep, and she's back to the horse that we knew.
What were you thinking through the run? Were you confident?
Yeah, pretty confident, especially when I seen her peel out. I knew she was going to let down, and with that weight, it was pretty impressive.
The Belle of the Turf's looking really good for her now.
Most definitely.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Tommy. I know you didn't ride her last time out, but she looks like she took good improvement on the run.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get suspended. You give up good rides like her, but it was a brilliant training performance by Jo, because to keep her fresh enough at the 1400 second up and to let down like she did with that sort of weight, a lot of credit goes to the team at home, and she's above average, that's for sure.
She looked the winner a long way out.
She felt it, but you know, typical of a race with no speed before the race, we're going to be a little bit more positive in the run, and everyone else had the same idea, but she's so versatile. Even after I woke her up, she come straight back to me and found a spot, so she just was a class above them.
Well done.
Cheers, and just quick make mention to Brad and Benny Vassallo, great supporters of mine, and Ben's mum, Mrs Vassallo, hasn't been well lately, so that one's for you, Don. Get well soon.
Well, there might be more. Okay, rematch behind the Storm go in, and we're getting close. Stand by for the Tab Country Classic. Over 2,000 and they're off. Now, Zagalo was one of the first heads into stride. Strobing going forward with Sound and Vision. They're the two pushing on. Simply Extravagant into a prominent role and Deep Out Sky Diamonds. So Zagalo handy on the fence in the early part. Akasawa as well. And our Bambino slicing through right behind the leaders. Now rematch in the yellow caps getting in for cover. In advance of Invincible Dash there, followed by Magic Fair on the rails. Eaglemont well back early as Lord de Sanamo being sent forward. Well back in the field now behind the Storm. The Hungarians there in the black coloured cap. Amaranth in a 3-wide spot. Mars a bit and Nice Edge a drop back to last. The field of 18 sort themselves out, and Sky Diamonds races to the lead. Our Bambino the outside to second, and the informed mare Simply Extravagant third. A half back on the inside to Strobing. A length and a half Sound and Vision a touch keen. Then came Zagalo. They're followed then in the yellow cap as they work down the back to rematch, who races in a midfield position on the outside of the one of the favourites here, Akasawa. 2 lengths to Invincible Dash. Spitfire the red cap on the rails. 2 after Lord de Sanamo. Eaglemont gives away a big start. 1 off the fence in advance of Magic Pharaoh. Then came Amaranth 3 wide from the Hungarian behind the Storm. Mars a bit and Nice Edge is the last one. 700 metres to go. Sky Diamonds leads the way by 3/4 to our Bambino. Our getting a good run, Strobing third, but under the pump now. Simply Extravagant is being desperately ridden by Gallagher and pushing off underneath now is Zagalo. Sound and Vision's had enough. Rematch to the outside. Akasawa's creeping up on the rails. Now where's Eaglemont as they turn, still well back in the white cap, but Nash is getting to the outside, about 8 lengths away. It's Sky Diamonds being joined by our Bambino, now Zagalo, followed by a rematch. Akasawa slicing through the middle, and Eaglemont is launching a big attack on the outside as Zagalo races to the lead. It's Zagalo from Eaglemont who's running out of ground. Zagalo and Eaglemont. Zagalo, Eaglemont. Oh, I think Sagalo nose to Eaglemont, but they're wide apart. Rematch third, then came Akasawa from Sound and Vision. Further back to our Bambino, Sky Diamond strobing from the Hungarian. Behind the Storm, Spitfire, Magic Pharaoh, Mars a bit, Invincible Dash, Lord de Sanamo, Amaranth. Nice Edge is one of the last to finish.
Congratulations, Mike. I heard you on the radio this morning, and I've never heard a trainer so confident in a horse going into the race day.
Last Saturday night, I said to Dill, I've galloped Group 1 horses in France, and his gallop was just off the charts. And it's been a long week, and my daughter, she rides him in the slow work in the water, and a big thing for our stable. You know, this horse had a bow tendon, and we fixed him. And he might have just earned his ticket to Dubai.
Yeah. So what's the story with Dubai? How did that come about?
I think they're looking for stayers for the Gold Cup and from all over the world. And they reached out last Saturday and they said, what are your plans with him? I said, keep winning. And they said, well, if he wins on Saturday, we'll write you an invitation. So look, I'll look at the Bagot first on Cup Day, New Year's Day, Flemington. I think 2,800. Big straight, we'll go there first.
How will he travel over there? Because he's a horse that can get himself very worked up. He's not an easy horse to train.
Look, if he's got his mate with him, which is an old winner of mine, he's fine. But when they leave each other like today and they come out here, it's game on. It is hard. He's a hard horse to manage. But look, we need the other horse to help him eat. We need the other horse to help him swim. And we'll take the horse with us, I suppose.
Congratulations. Enjoy every minute of it.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations, Dill. It must be great to go into a race full of confidence like that.
Yeah, exactly. I probably would have normally handed up that spot, but when the trainer was so confident, I just wanted to have him there and at least give myself options. And look, when I had them options, probably got there too soon, but look, he was tough late.
Yeah, I was about to say he got there too soon, but it's upside to him?
Yeah, I think so. Look, I bustled him early and then he was able to get his breather and go again. So he's technically done it at both ends. And thing is, I'm not sure whether he actually did hit a brick wall or he just floated around a bit because pulling up, he kept scooting away from him. So maybe he just needs something to chase. So as the opposition gets better, he might too.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, the rain stayed away, so that's got to be a plus for Tazaro resuming. Was explosive first up last year. There's the light. Ready now for the Festival Stakes. Racing now. That's a great line out. Military Expert pinged out. Fine Point pushing through. Felix Majestic and Fearson as well. So Fearson's going on with the job on the outside of Felix Majestic. Fine Point's going to get a great spot. Then Military Expert and Rustic Steel's pretty handy. Dajran deeper out trying to improve. Caught pretty wide. Now in the second half of the field, we've got Tazaro there. Banju was beaten for speed. He's cast. He's right off the track. Over on the inside, then Superior and Grabini out wide. And dropping back to last is Williamsburg. So going on with the job now, Fearson. Working up on the outside. We're getting down to the rails now with Dajran striding to second. Fearson a half in front to Dajran. Felix Majestic took a set. Fine Point fourth, the rails. Banju's off the course. They're followed then by Superior in the rails. Rustic Steel in between the Military Expert. Further back to Tazaro from Grabini second last. Williamsburg sees them all. Fearson a narrow leader on the corner from last year's winner Dajran. Then Fine Point from Felix Majestic. Banjo, Military Expert pulling to the outside. Rustic Steel strung up between runners. Clipperton gets the favourite into the clear. About 5 off the lead. It's Fearson and Dajran. Fearson the inside at Dajran. Rustic Steel's running on. Grabini coming right down the outside. Fearson showing a good kick. A length and a half clear from Rustic Steel, who's trying hard. Williamsburg needs a run. Fearson just in front. Williamsburg's out. Fearson clings on just. Fearson by a short half head to Williamsburg. It probably should have won it. Then Rustic Steel third, followed by Superior Tazaro late. Then came Grabini from Dajran, Fine Point, Banju, Military Expert and Felix Majestic.
Congratulations, Brad. He's been going well leading into this, and he's been able to hold them off.
Yeah, look, his horse showed a hell of a lot of promise, and probably this prep, he hadn't been going well, but he had, and we just needed a bit of luck, and terrific ride today. He did the work, and it was terrific.
He got a little bit stirred up in the yard. That's not like him, is it?
Oh yeah, no, that's him. Yeah, that's good him today. But no, he just put the brakes on here. But other than that, I thought he played really good for him. And look, he's a lightly raced horse. He's still learning, but he's got a hell of a lot of natural ability.
Where do you go to now?
Might race next week. I'll see what happens. But I wouldn't be frightened to back him up for sure.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well done, Tommy. Great ride. Well rated out in front.
Yeah, I was quite confident beforehand. I said to Brad and the team, if we can find the front on him and just get him to switch off for a furlong or so, he keeps giving. I rode him last start and he ran third, but it was my first sit on him, and he travelled a touch strong. You think he's going to sprint, but he just maintains his gallop. So today I was confident if I did find the lead and I could sort of up the tempo and ride my own race. But he was tough. He stuck his head out late when he needed, and that was a good performance.
He's got a bit of an attitude.
Yeah, he's a bit quirky, but he's fine once you get going, and he can over race a little bit. But I got him in a decent rhythm today, and it paid dividends late.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Dragonstone, the outside gate. Here's the post-time favourite. Ready to go. And they're racing. Good level line out. Fox Fighters jump well. Sneaky Page handy now. Malkovich is showing his trademark speed. Going forward here, looking for the lead. There's a wall behind him. Sneaky Page, One Destiny and Conscript out deep. A gap for the back to Fox Fighter on the outside of getting up on the inside. There is Meritable on the lead. Well back is Quick Tempo. Power Bank and Dragonstone was taken back to last from the outside draw. Speeding to the 600. Malkovich a length in front to Conscript. Sneaky Page rails through to third. Then came One Destiny. A gap further back to Meritable in the yellow cap inside. Fox Fighter, Quick Tempo on the lead. And Dragonstone, the post-time favourite, is second last, hooking to the outside. Malkovich at the 300 is still flying in the lead. Sneaky Page going through into second. At the 200, Malkovich a length clear from Sneaky Page, sticking to the task. Then came Meritable. What out Fox Fighter and Dragonstone. Malkovich still in front. Meritable bursting through at odds, and Dragonstone, bang, down the outside. Breathing fire, the Dragon. From last, Dragonstone got up to beat the long price Meritable. Malkovich third, followed by Fox Fighter, Sneaky Page. Then came Quick Tempo from on the lead, Power Bank and Conscript.
Congratulations, Ola. It's been a great day for the stable. What an electric turn of foot this horse has.
Yeah, most definitely. I have to say I was a little bit nervous when he was coming around, and I thought, oh, he's not going to, but no, he most definitely did. And he run really, really well. It was quite incredible, actually. Yeah.
He come through the run last week well.
Yeah, it wasn't. He didn't really have too much of a tough run at Campbell last week with the wet ground, so he came through it really well, and back him up, the Joe special.
Was he always going to do that?
No, I don't think so anyway. Yeah, he was just seeing how he was, because we were pretty confident going into last week's race, and then obviously he didn't have that tough of a run, so and the way he came through it, Joe was confident that he was going to be able to back him up today.
Do you know where Joe's thinking of heading with him throughout the rest of the prep?
I'm not entirely sure after this. I think we were just seeing how he was going to come through. He needed to get a win under his belt to see if we continue on and go with him, but yeah, no, I was very happy with his win today.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Sammy. I know the race set up well, there was good speed, but geez, electric when he gets that in his favour.
He really was. Geez, he sprinted off a 20-cent piece. He's developed a bit of a pattern in getting back and running on, and sometimes giving himself too much start. He jumped really well today and had a little look to see if something would open up, and I just had to take the medicine and
ride him quiet, but I must say, geez, he travelled well. I know they were strung out, but travelled really well. I was confident to just ride a patient race on him, get around the corner and just hope that the leaders come back to me. They didn't need him to come back to me much though, because he really let rip. Obviously thrive off the 7-day backup from last week, and Joe's a master at doing that, but a very satisfying win on a very honest horse.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
And the last to go up, I'm a Dirty Rascal, drawn the outside barrier. So we're just about right for the Christmas Cup. There's the light. Stand by for action. Racing now. Nice level start out. Parry Sound Barrier went out okay with Kukaracha. Dark Dreams pushing forward and has the head in front early. Serpentine rolls up on the outside. Andalus takes cover. Then Torrens, followed then by Skylab. Little Mix has gone right down to the rails. From I'm a Dirty Rascal on the outside of Stockman. So Dark Dream just in front, but Serpentine under his own steam cruises up on the outside, and Hippo intends on leading by the looks of it. And Torrens has been able to slip into a great spot third. Clear from Parry Sound, then Kukaracha, Dreamflight the rails, Andalus the other. Further back to Little Mix from Skylab, Stockman, and I'm a Dirty Rascal is the last one. So Serpentine got his own way at the end, and he's a leader now at the mile mark. He's the post-time favourite, Serpentine, and he races 2 lengths clear. He's first up since he's run in the Melbourne Cup. Dark Dream second, Torrens strides to a clear third. A gap then to Parry Sound as the field starts to string out a little. Kukaracha's off the fence around Dreamflight. Further back to Andalus from Little Mix, Skylab, Stockman, and I'm a Dirty Rascal has been well specced in the market, is a stablemate to the front runner, and is back last of all as they work down the back of the course. So Serpentine keeps up a good gallop. Inside the halfway, Serpentine 2 in front to Dark Dream. A gap back to Torrens in a clear third, followed by Parry Sound, then Kukaracha, Dreamflight, further back to Andalus. Little Mix, Skylab, and the last 2 Stockman, who's locked up on the fence by I'm a Dirty Rascal. They lead the back now. About 12 lengths covers the field. Serpentine in front from the roughy Dark Dream. Torrens still a clear third. A gap back to Parry Sound from Kukaracha, punching the breeze the outside. Further back to Dreamflight from Andalus. Now Little Mix. Skylab really being wound up by Collett. Clark pulling wide on I'm a Dirty Rascal 3 wide, and Stockman will stay nailed to the fence. Coming to the turn, it's Serpentine placed under pressure now. Leads around the corner from Dark Dream, and Torrens moving up on the outside. Several lengths away to Parry Sound. Dreamflight the rouse from Kukaracha. Then came Andalus. Well back is Skylab, and I'm a Dirty Rascal down the outside. Serpentine headed off by Torrens now. At the 200, Torrens draws 2 lengths in front. Little Mix is coming out of the pack with a good run. And Stockman! My goodness, Stockman from last, rounding up Little Mix. Stockman puts the head in front. Stockman and Little Mix, they headed together. He didn't follow through, Stockman. Little Mix has made it interesting. Then Torrens and I'm a Dirty Rascal wide out. Serpentine next, the rails from Dreamflight. Further back, Parry Sound, Skylab battled. Then Kukaracha, Dark Dream and Andalus. Let's have a close look at this. Stockman and Little Mix bobbing there. There might be just a margin for Stockman.
Congratulations all. What a day it's been for the stable.
Yeah, no, it definitely has. I said to Lichelle, I said we're going to get the 3 today, and the 3 of them have come up, so no, it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I have to say, like Stockman, he's been so deserving, and we didn't get the rain, but he was obviously able to get his toe in, and it was a brilliant ride by Reese.
Did you think he'd won? Did you think he'd just gotten there?
Yeah, well, we celebrated a bit too early.
It didn't look as close as you didn't think?
And then when I turned around, I thought, oh, but no, he's won it, so.
He's been building up to a win, and he was really deserving of today's effort.
Yeah, definitely. And in Newcastle, obviously, it was just too firm for him, but the last run here, he ran super. I think it was a third or fourth he came, and it was similar track, so it was really good to see him fit and run home well today.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Reese. What were your thoughts on the line, mate?
I was fairly confident I got there. I was like, thank God. You know, the plan was to kind of be a little bit handy today, but it's just from the wide draw, and a couple held their spots underneath it and just had to drift back. Got a really nice run in transit, you know, they rolled along nicely, but from about 1,000, you know, he's a typical stayer. There wasn't an immediate response to just jump back into the bridle, but the further we went, the stronger he went to the line.
You haven't had a lot to do with him, but today getting his toe in, he must have, you know, really improved under those conditions.
Yeah, look, he's just a typical true campaigner, you know, he's very honest and he loves these wet tracks, and you know, I was probably playing for a little bit more rain. He would have relished it a lot more, but that firmer track on the Newcastle last start just obviously went against him, but it's good to see him turn around in a really good order, and Joe's done a great job with them, and so's the rest of the team.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, Corey.
Looking to make it 4 in a row. Okay, the light going on. The nightcap from Rosehill. Gates open, they're off and racing. Last out was Rosehill, and wide out Salasano sent forward. Salasano leads, but Dollar Magic kicking up. Esperito booting through as well. They're followed by Outreach to Henry, who's going to settle fourth. Then Valiance in him. $1 Billion Baby got across nicely from the wider draw. 2 lengths away to Liberty Sun, Sebanyak, the rails, and the inside is Smashing Eagle. A gap to Conrad, who settles well back together with Rusiana. And the favourite, Legio 10, last about 12 lengths off the lead. There's plenty of speed up front. Salasano couldn't cross Esperito. Esperito holds the rails and a head margin coming around the corner from Salasano. Then came Dollar Magic, Outreach to Henry. Valencia is taking a rails run, getting a bit tight for room. Then came $1 Billion Baby looking for room. Now back in the field, Smashing Eagle bulldozes into the clear. Legio 10's coming right down the outside. It's not over for the favourite yet. Dollar Magic takes the lead. Dollar Magic a length clear from Valiancy. Legio 10 the outside. Dollar Magic. Legio 10 from last. Bombed him, got up, Legio 10 right on the wire, knocked off Dollar Magic. Valiancy third, followed by Rusion close up, together with Salasano. Outreach to Henry, Smashing Eagle. Then Esperito, Sebanyak closing off okay. Further back to Conrad, Liberty Sun, and $1 Billion Baby.
Darren Beanman joins me. It's been a long day for you, Daz, but nice to go home with a winner.
Yeah, it's always good to finish the day. It's been a long day. Had bookended first and last, but no, it was nice to finish on a winner, and the horse been ultra consistent, you know, all last prep, so it's hardly been out of the prize money. So
was the team confident coming to here today?
Yes, definitely. It was just the draws were going to be the fly in the ointment for us, but instructions were just stay out of each other's way.
What were you thinking halfway down the straight? Were you thinking he was going to pick them up, or just a bit too late?
When I was watching the race, so there was a 10.5 there through the middle stages, and they were running along at a good speed. So we knew that something would be coming from behind, but whether he was too far out of his ground. But Nash timed his run to perfection, and you know, he's got a great will to win the horse. Very well bred, you know, a galloper, and so we couldn't have asked much more of the horse.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, mate. That was a nice win.
Yeah, good effort by the horse. He obviously come off a couple of nice, you know, eye-catching trials back in the field, and look, I think the stable felt probably there was improvement in him today, but just the way the ride instructions were given. But look, to be fair, I just gained more and more confidence in the run, and felt that I was able to sort of work my way to the outside and give him every chance to hit the line, which he did, and you know, he'll win another one of those for sure.
Well done, Nacho.
Cheers, thanks.